I just thought I would come on here because I think it was Friday that I did an Instagram live, and I said that I was going to talk about the B6 Plus and the different books that fit in it and how it fits in the sizes that we have. And so that's what I'm here to share with you guys this afternoon. But also I wanted to talk about the subscription. If any of you are on the subscription, the Folio subscription for this round, which starts here in January, and we're actually mailing them today. And if you have not signed up and you're still planning to sign up, we will have a second round of it, but the ones that we already have on order, we are shipping today. So they're going to get that really soon. I can't remember if there are any international ones in there. I think there are, but most likely you'll get it within 3 days if you're domestic, and an international hopefully within 7 business days. One of the perks of being in the Folio subscription is that the subscribers get first look at new products, and not to mention that I have a new product coming out, and so they're going to see that first, and they are going to be the first ones to get a chance to place an order for it if they want that particular design. And so that's one of the perks. That's one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about in the subscription. So again, if you're interested in the subscription, you don't know much about it, there is a video on YouTube about the subscription. And also you can always contact us at contactsojourner@gmail.com and ask about it. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up, the subscription is going to be closed probably this Friday or Monday of next week. So with that, I want to go ahead and show you guys the B6 Plus and how things fit inside of it. Okay, so first of all, you are aware that there are 2 types of leathers that are in the studio as far as the category of soft leather or the more sturdy, harder leather, right? And so having said that, I wanted to show you the difference between the 2, because when you put a notebook inside of these, what happens is sometimes if it's a harder leather, like this one for example is a pull-up, which is the Roadrunner, it is a harder leather, so it's stiffer, and because of that it tends to fit just slightly tighter than normal until it gets worn, it gets used, and it gets wear on it, and so it starts to stretch and all of that. And so that is the difference. So this one is a spec brown, and this one is in the soft leather. You can see here it's a thinner leather and it's very soft. And here is the more sturdy leather, which again is a pull-up. Okay, so let me show you what those 2 feel like with these notebooks. I'm going to start out by just using one type of notebook, and these are specifically the Leuchtturm. They're the ones who make the B6 Pluses. And let me show you how it looks. As you can see on both of these, they're the same exact size. Again, one is more floppy, the other one not so much. It's a more sturdy leather. In-house, the regular dot grid notebook, the Leuchtturm, okay? This is just a regular dot grid soft cover. And then we also have this one that we carry. And this one is the one that has a calendar in the front. If you haven't seen the video, I believe I uploaded it a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, it has some planning type pages in the front. It has like the 2-month spread. Okay, so that's the planner. We will call that the planner. We will call this a notebook. Okay, and so if you notice here, the planner is slightly thicker than the plain notebook. Again, the planner is in pink and the regular notebook is in the gray. It's just slightly thicker, and that makes a difference in sizing. I know that sometimes it's a very minute and small difference, but it can still make a difference. Also, if your notebook is a hard cover, it can also make a difference. Both of these are soft covers. It depends on, what I mean by the difference is that it's going to depend on what type of leather that you're getting and also which type of notebook, okay? I fit my notebooks to fit nicely in the covers. I don't make them overly large or overly wide because I want it to fit nicely in the notebook. So I don't put a lot of extra room. I will put some, but not a lot of it, because also I'm all about travel friendly and lightweight, right? So the thicker the leather, the wider it is, the more leather there is, the heavier it's going to get. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with how things can get thick really easily and heavy really easily. And so because I'm primarily all about lightweight and travel friendly, I really like to keep things as light as possible. And so that's why I fit my notebooks to fit nicely into covers with not a whole lot of room. Having said that, let me go ahead and show you. I tried to make this one so that it can fit. You can fit the thicker planner and you can fit the regular one. Let me go ahead and show you. This is the regular notebook in a soft cover. This is the soft leather. See how it fits in here? So it's got some room. So when you open it up, sometimes you have to kind of adjust it by pulling the edges to get it flat, okay? But that gives you a little bit of room in case you want to put ephemera and things like that, okay? So we give it a slight bit of room, not like a lot, but there is a little bit of room there for you. So sometimes, like I said, you will have to adjust it a little bit. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking the front cover off from the front of the notebook, and then I'm going to put the field notes large. Oh, okay, so we're putting a field notes large, which also fits in here in this size, the B6 plus size, okay? So this is how it looks. Okay, so when you open it, because both covers aren't within the sleeve, it opens up no problem and it fits in here. I would say with still a little bit of room. Okay. There you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this same notebook into the hard, sturdy cover. Harder, I should say, or more sturdy cover. And I will put both covers in it. Okay, see that? So this one, when you open it up, same thing. It's got a tiny bit of room, but there's not a lot of adjusting that's necessary because it just kind of folds, it just kind of adjusts itself. And it is a bit of a tighter fit. But again, in this hard cover, you can also still put a field notes inside of it. Okay, and here's the thing. If you choose to put both covers in the front and the back and then put a field notes on the one side, it will tighten it up even more. So that if it's brand new, your books are brand new, there's not a lot of ephemera or stickers or anything to tighten it up, that's what I would do. I would keep both covers of the Leuchtturm in each sleeve and then use one sleeve with the large field notes. And then once your notebooks get a little bit filled up and it gets a little bit thicker, because of ephemera, stickers, or just even if you're using a wet medium, sometimes we'll get it thicker. I would take out the front cover from the one side and do it this way. And that will afford you a little bit more space inside of this. I hope that makes sense, okay? Because everything that you do, adding, sizing, putting both covers in the front and the back can tighten things up a little bit. So that's how it looks with that, okay? So I will show you that in the planner, that also fits the same way. The planner fits inside as well. This is the pink planner. So whether you use a planner or not, it will fit inside of it. If you use a planner or just a regular notebook, it'll fit inside of it with a Field Notes Large. But if you're using the planner, since it's a little bit thicker, there will be a little less wiggle room. So hopefully that helps you guys see the fit. Now, if you're only using this notebook, just the notebook, you can see here that if I really put it in there nicely, it's got that much room to grow, okay? So if you already know that you're going to be putting some ephemera in here, you may want to have the regular size, even though it has that much room to grow, and just make sure that you put both of the front and the back pocket inside the sleeves so that it fits in there better. And then as it grows, again, you can take one of the sleeves out. So again, it's a little bit big in here. So if you really think that you're only going to do a write-in only and you want a slimmer fit, be sure to explain that in the other information section before checkout and let us know that you're only using a notebook and you want a slim fit. And then what we will do is we will trim it down so that it'll fit in there nicer. Because if that's all you're going to be using, for example, for this one here that is just a notebook and you're just going to write in it only, I think that's too big. You know what I mean? Because then it's just too big and you're going to have to keep adjusting as you open and close it. Now, when you add things to the pockets, which are in here, the pockets for the card slots, when you add things in here, that also bulks it up. And if you put paper in here, receipts and things like that, this is upside down, sorry. The Leuchtturm inside of it. If you put receipts and things like that in the sleeves, that'll bulk it up too. So you might want to think of that unless you're really, really set on just doing a write-in only and you want it really, really slim, you like that look, then ask for a slimmer fit and let us know exactly what you're putting inside of it, and then we can make it accordingly. See, again, let me show you how much room it has. If you're only doing that notebook. Now let me show you how much room it has when you have the planner inside of it. Now again, if you're using the harder leather, you won't have as much room. It'll fit in there just a little bit better. Again, the planner's a little bit thicker, so this is what it looks like. That's how big it is. It's not as big as you can see. Because it's a planner that's in here, which is the thicker one. Okay, do you guys have any questions? Is there a combination you want me to show you? So when I really push this one in, this is the thicker, sturdier notebook, sturdier leather with that regular notebook. This is just a little bit of room to grow. Can you show a special brown in standard TN size? No, sorry, Diana Lee, I am not in my studio. I am in one of my studios at home. This is actually my quiet time room. I'm sorry, I cannot show you because I don't have it here. You probably came in late. I'm not in the studio right now. I messed up my back, and so I couldn't go in today. I love that you offer this size. Thank you, Rowana. Oh, thank you. I really love this size. If you guys haven't heard me talk about it before, the B6 Plus, I really, really like because I feel like it's just the right size that's about the same configuration as our regular books that we use, which is the 8.5 by 11s or regular paper that we use. It feels that way. The B6 Slim, I've always loved the B6 Slim when I used it, but it's more, it's just a little narrower. With this, it's just a slightly wider and it's slightly taller. And so I really, really like that. And I especially love using it with a Field Notes Large because look at the size difference. Let me show you. It's basically the same height, and this is the difference on the edge. And so the way I like to do it is I like to use it as, right now, it's my first planner of the year, is the planner part of it, and then the Field Notes Large. I like to combine these two. And what I'm doing is, this is my schedule, for this, it's my schedule, it's for the monthly, it's for the weekly. That I have to kind of write it in, which hasn't been too bad. And it's also my journaling. So it's kind of like the Omnibook, and I know it's not going to last very long. It will not last for a whole year because this is only has write-in pages. It has 138 pages, and so I know it won't last the whole year, and I'm okay with that because then I'll just use another one. But if I decide to continue with this, I'm doing a lot of different things this year. I'm using different notebooks just because I can and I want to, because I like diversity. I like changes. And so anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm using. And in my Field Notes, what I'm doing is notes for my Instagram, the videos I need to edit. My notes, I write them all in here. So that it doesn't fill this book quicker. And so all my notes for work, like here I have the B6 Plus Instagram, I wrote some notes on it. My live that I'm going to be doing, hopefully in a day or so, about quiet time preparation. Someone had asked me if I had any hints on what to do so that you can be successful and have your quiet time. So I'm going to go over that and what I personally do. And yeah, the videos I'm going to be editing, so that's what I put in here. I love the size. It's like the Day Free from Hobonichi, but in B6 size-ish. Yes. But it's not so square like the B6, right? Because the B6 is 5 by 7. I believe this is about 5 by 7.5, or yeah, I think that's what it is. And that ½ an inch makes a difference. It just has a different feel to it. It's not so squarish. Not that there's anything wrong with the square. It's just that the square is not typical of what we're used to since childhood on writing on what type of paper. Usually we're an 8.5 by 11, so it just feels better in the B6 Plus. And you know what? Here's the thing. Whatever makes you feel like spending that time just journaling and getting your thoughts down, I think that's important. And so whatever makes you feel like doing that, whatever size it is that you want, and it's a personal preference. I like to show you guys different ones because I want to show you different I want to show you diversity. I want to show you, in case you've never thought of it or you've never seen it, like the B6 Plus. Not very many people know about the B6 Plus. And so I want to show it to you guys, but that doesn't mean it's the best one. It's whatever fits your lifestyle, whatever fits your budget, whatever fits your season of life. That is what you need to use, because what's important is documenting life as it happens, right? Not only for your own self and for your own well-being, but also for others in the years to come, maybe your kids, grandkids, or just people in general. So thanks for enabling me. You're very welcome. Now let me go ahead and show you really briefly. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, these are tabs from the Traveler's Notebook, Midori tabs from their sticker collection. So those are really nice tabs. They're very narrow and thin, and so it doesn't take up a lot of room. But let me show you what that looks like in a trifolio. The trifolio basically fits the same way as these notebooks, okay? They fit in here. We put the trifolio part right here. We put it at the same length as where these regular folios will be, just so you know. So it fits the same exact way. But this is what it looks like for the trifolio. And this is Elan with the natural pocket, and a Designer with the red stitching. Designers always have red stitching, in case you're not aware of that. And so look at how it fits in here. It fits nicely in here. So if you want specifically, again, just a write-in only, and you want only maybe one book, you're not putting in a field notes, and you don't see yourself doing that in the future, and you want it to be more of a slim fit, just please make sure that you let us know in the notes section before checkout. But always, 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 if you have a question, you can email us at contact@sojourner@gmail.com, and that way you can have your questions answered in case you have some specific questions and you're not sure about something, because we want you to have a notebook that you are going to love and is going to fit you, your lifestyle, and whatever size it is that you want. We want it to fit nicely in your notebooks. And so if you have a question, feel free to email us, and we will try to help you as best as we can. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much for hanging out, and as usual, keep on documenting life as it happens. Bye-bye.